Welcome back to GP Racing Dream at Mallory Park. It's the Aprilia Super Teens on the grid and Steve's waiting for them.
Ben Luxton on pole then for the second Aprilia Super Team race here from Mallory Park, and the sun is out now, so we've got a completely dry circuit. It'll be interesting to see how that affects the front. Here we go. Oh, well, we're still missing second position at the moment, so we have to look out for Francis. Tom Oliver's still here, and Ross Twyman is desperate for that first podium.
Thanks very much, Steve. Yes, Max Simmons, Josh Hill, Brad Jones and Ryan Longshaw on that second row of the grid, but Sid walks away with the red flag. Watch the light, Simon, away they go. Ben Luxton hoping to get away from pole position, but once again, Steve, it's Tom Oliver that gets the whole shot.
Yeah, great start from Colchester-born Tom Oliver. Still looking for that first ever race win, but look who's in his toe there with the orange jacket, number 40. The purple wheels of Joe Francis in second position. Ben Luxton, number 9, just sliding into third, but there we go, Francis up into the lead.
It's a fantastic first attempt at Ebwina's chicane, one of the more difficult chicanes on any British circuit. It's terribly slippery through there. It's very tight, and you need to get a good exit. And it is the 13-year-old that's done it best. Number 40 out the front, he leads.
Likes of Crutchlow, Toseland, Camier, Hill, more recently Fraser Rogers, Wayne Ryan, all started their careers in this championship and went on to become great stars. And well, hopefully some of them future world champions. We know Stoner already has been one. So it's a big thanks to Ian and Myra Newton of In Competition, who run the Aprilia Super Teams within Thundersport GB. And at the front here, we've got a bunch of 12 to 18-year-olds that are pinning back the throttle flat out on these Aprilia 125s. Giving it beans, and at the front there, Joe Francis, well, he's been something else so far this weekend.
Absolutely superb, and look at this Tom Oliver, who wants to get his face into the action. He's got almost alongside Ben Luxton, but can't find a way safely through. He's still there in third place, but whereas in the earlier race, the top 2 or 3 got away with it, at this moment you've got a top half dozen there, and look at that mob, there's about 20 of them, not that far down the road either.
Yeah, a few different lines going into Shaw's hairpin, a tough and tricky hairpin to navigate if you've not used to actually going around there. A little bit further back now, we saw 75 Bradley Jones. I noticed Max Simmons has kept it on the ice this time after his fall in race 1.
And the other one I can see that's there, Steve, which is really good news for him, is Ryan Longshaw, the rookie who we saw dump it in the earlier race. But he's right there. Watch out for number 10. He's the second of the orange rookie bibs, you see. Running in about 6th place at the moment. But the leading one of them is the one in the lead. It's Joe Francis, number 40, that has it at the moment.
Yeah, Joe Francis then from Chester, looking to finish the weekend in the top 3 of the championship. And of course, their next round, Robin, is the support round of the World Superbikes at Donington Park. So there'll be plenty of people who will actually be able to get to see this stuff live.
Yeah, it's a fantastic shop window for these youngsters, and a brilliant job by Thundersport GB to get them on that programme. And look at Max Simmons, number 21. Again, he was a faller in the earlier race, but he's back up there and back on it at the moment. He moves up into third.
Good stuff from Max Simmons, and doesn't look like that fall from race 1 has affected his confidence. Tom Oliver there, you can see his eyes. He's determined to get back past, and there he goes, pulls alongside. Simmons just back into third position, so it's still Francis from Luxton, from Tom Oliver, and then Simmons in 4th.
Yes, it's fantastic stuff, and now this 4 at the front, just a little bit of daylight back to the rest, where the likes of David Allingham, Louis Dawson, Harry Coomber's up there again, and of course Ryan Longshaw. They're all fighting it out, but just dropping away slightly from this leading battle.
Ben Luxton, number 9 there, just looking at any way he can get past leader Joe Francis into Edwina's, but Francis is so good on the brakes. Luxton's going to have a go this time up the hill. It's the drag towards the hairpin, and the tight line there from Francis. For such a young and inexperienced rider, he's certainly got the line spot on.
He has, but it's interesting again watching Tom Oliver. He was very late in the brakes, ran it right up the outside into Shaw's. There he is, tucked in there in 4th place. But you know, he regularly is knocking in the fastest laps of the race. He may be stuck back in the pack at the moment, but keep your eyes on Tom. At the moment, we have a change at the front because Ben Luxton has just nicked through into the lead, but look at this, Francis back at him.
Oh, we just saw a shot of another newcomer there, Ryan Vickers from Thetford. He's another youngster to keep your eyes on. He got 12th in that earlier race, but Francis here, well, he's still managing to hold on as we just see shots there of number 22. That's Alex Baker exiting just ahead of Robin Lindsay from Ed Wieners. Still Francis though from Luxton, then Tom Oliver number 20 in third. The only one out of the top three here that's not had a win yet this weekend.
Yep, Max Simmons still in the shape, but yes, Tom Oliver once again taking fastest lap that last time through. He's stuck there in third at the moment, but as we've seen, Steve, these bikes are all exactly the same. The parameters under which they can be prepared are very tight indeed, and it really is all about the young rider's skill with a bit of luck thrown in.
Absolutely, and that's why most of them are stuck together like glue as they go across the line. Again, Tom Oliver, you just sense here that number 20, Tom Oliver, is just weighing up a few things as he goes around the outside of Francis. He's had 3 or 4 laps now to work out where perhaps Francis and Luxton are slower, and number 20, Tom Oliver from Colchester, now has an opportunity to try and get into the lead. You see shots there of number 42, that's Aaron Coupland. Sam Thompson's in there with him as well.
Yep, great battles going on, as always, with the Aprilia Super Teams right down through the pack. But this rookie, he's not to be denied. He was down into third. Joe Francis fights back, so it's still Ben Luxton that leads. But it's now, yet again, Francis in second, and Oliver back to third.
Yeah, the leader's just going through past a couple of back markers there. It is still Luxton there, the leads as they exit Shaw's Hairpin again. Tom Oliver in third, doing everything he can now to try and get on the top step of the podium for the first time. He's got that clear visor there. His eyes are looking determined, and he's getting in the slipstream now of Joe Francis.
Absolutely, as they cross the line under that Jordan Road Surfacing Bridge and down into Gerrard's, into the sunshine. They've got slower riders. They've got to weave in and out safely. Now, remember at this level, because there are beginners out there, that the back markers don't have any kind of experience. It's always important that a back marker exactly holds their line to allow the faster riders by. But these are youngsters at this level, and the leaders do have to be extra careful.
Well, I think Ben Luxton, number 9, will certainly appreciate them because, of course, he had to start somewhere. He was one of these back markers once upon a time, so he knows exactly what he's got to do. He'll be pretty kind, I'm sure. Joe Francis there had a key peak there at second position. Tom Oliver going through cleanly as well. Tom Oliver knows only too well what it's like to be a back marker as well, but last season, of course, crucially, did very well to keep up with some of the front runners, never quite got that podium. Great racing at the front. This really is anyone's.
Yeah, these three, as you can see, just slightly breaking the toe back to Max Simmons. Still Ryan Longshore and David Allingham having a great battle behind him, but really, it's all about these three at the front. And look at the real rookie. There he is, Joe Francis, number 40, going on a steady straight, pulling out and alongside Ben Luxton and sailing around him on the approach down into Ed Wieners' Steve. That was done like an old pro.
Yeah, that was almost too easy for Francis. He just took a lovely wide entry into Gerrard's, kept the gas pinned all the way around in the slipstream, pulled out. He didn't even have to outbrake him. He'd already done all the work. And there we see him taking a nice defensive line into Shaw's Hairpin. Yeah, so for a newcomer, he knows what he's doing.
Just see the slow rider on the road just ahead of him. Everywhere they look, there isn't really a clear track at the moment. It's another massive entry for Aprilia Super Teams. So these riders at the front will have their work cut out. Francis leads, Luxton second, the last lap flag is out, and Tom Oliver in third place. Well, what can he do? He's got less than a lap of Mallory Park to do something about picking his first ever Aprilia Super Team win.
Yes, and they've got a tail ender that's going to come up straight as they enter Ed Wieners here. This could be tight. Francis there, it is that leads, number 40, then Luxton. Look at Tom Oliver though. Tom Oliver around the outside of all of them. I don't think so. Luxton's gone up the inside of Francis. The back marker doesn't know what to do. Oliver's out in third. Oh, wow.
The door opened and it was slammed, wasn't it? And Francis back into second. It's Ben Luxton at the moment who has the advantage. There's about a third of a lap to go, and Luxton has the inside line for the hairpin. It's a bit adjacent, and Oliver tucks it up the inside. Down towards the bus stop they go.
Well, thank you very much, says Tom Oliver. You can do that all day long. I'm going to pick up my first victory, he says. And Tom Oliver, well, what a result for him.
He's winding it on. Look at that, the right hand thumping him down on the accelerator, and across he goes. He's not going to look up. Yes, thank you, he says. And behind him, thank you from our point of view. Great race to all these youngsters, but my goodness me, the best thing is that those guys stayed on. Little bit friendly there towards the end, bit of paint traded, but Tom Oliver the win from Joe Francis and Ben Luxton. Max Simmons was fourth from Ryan Longshore and David Allingham. Brilliant stuff in the Aprilia Super Teams once again, and Tom Oliver in the middle takes his first ever win in the series. Championship standings, well, Tom Oliver leads it in these early stages from Joe Francis and Ben Luxton, with Louis Dawson, Max Simmons, David Allingham, Ross Twyman, Harry Coomber, Ryan Longshore and Bradley Jones all getting on the scoreboard. And there's our Nitro newcomers, Joe Francis the winner from Ryan Longshore and David Allingham. In their standings, well, of course, Joe Francis leading those from David Allingham and Ryan Longshore, with Ryan Vickers, Alex Baker, Russell Brown, George Stanley, Alex Milley, Callum Grigger and Ryan McAdam all picking up points.
Tom, it's your first ever Aprilia Super Team victory. It looked like a great battle out there with Joe and Ben. What point did you think to yourself you were going to make the moves and get the victory?
Well, I just sat behind them for the whole race, hoping that they'd make a little mistake. And at the end of the race, Joe just clipped Ben going into Shores, and I managed to nip it up the inside and take the win.
And it's great because you've been trying so hard to get up here on the podium. You've got your win now, and I bet your dad will be pleased, etc. And anyone to thank at all?
Yeah, I just want to say I haven't got no sponsors at the minute, so I just want to thank my dad for preparing the bikes, and Gary Jackson putting a really good engine in the bike.
Well done to you, and we'll see you at the next round.
Thank you. Cheers.